Alright guys, so yeah, sorry you have to see my ugly face because I have to stand up to show you this, but today I got an SKS rifle. And here, let me back up a little bit. This is kind of difficult for me because I have a decently small room and a lot of stuff in it, a lot of trash. Should probably clean it up, which I'm trying to do right now to get a display going, everything, make it look prettier. But anyway, that's not what the point of this video is. The point of this video is to talk about this Chinese Type 56 SKS rifle. Now, the history behind these is back in the end of World War II, the Russians made one just like this, and basically because they had different ties, different countries, and they didn't really care very much, they just gave out the plans and like how they made this. So a lot of countries made their own version. The Russian one, the original, and this one is probably the best versions that were made. You might have said, well, it's not really a Russian gun, so why would I care about this video? Well, this is still pretty popular, not really totally that cheap to get, and really the only difference like I could really see on here that's different between the Russian one and this one is how the bayonet style goes. They have a more flatter edge, but this one has a more triangular shape. But yeah, so I'm gonna start with this. Safety's on, of course. I'm gonna show you how the bolt works. So when you pull it back, it looks something like this. It locks there, and then if you wanna actually like get it in there, so I can show this in the video, you have to put your thumb and hold this. Don't hurt your finger, and just slowly slide that back in there. Now I wouldn't like condone doing this because this does after a while hurt your guns, but I'm just gonna do it like once for the sake of this video. I'm gonna take the safety down, and that's how you fire it. This is technically the built-in magazine right here. You load in the bullets, and if for some reason you had to take them out, you would open this, and that's how you do that. And if you want to put it back in there, it's actually simple. You just do that, lock back in place, no problem. And then we're gonna move on to the bayonet. Now, like I said, it's more triangular shape than the Russian one. Let me do this. There's this little metal pattern here to help you hold this. Now, what you gotta do, now I might struggle a little bit on this, but you gotta pull it down, then you gotta pull it back up, and then once you get to here, you have to pull it back up. This slides on there, and then there's your bayonet. Now, this one has been chipped off a little bit, so it's not pointy, but you could resharpen it if you wanted to, and it's still could hurt somebody. So, but that's why I'm gonna be decently careful. But there's the bayonet. You can see the triangular shape on it. I mean, I feel like I don't really have to go too much into the bayonet. You know the point of it. You stab somebody with it. That's pretty much the point of it. It's just a knife on your gun, pretty much, a big one at most, at least. But yeah. This one takes the same ammunition as the AK-47 does, which you can probably guess, you know, because it was technically a Russian gun, and after World War II, the AK-47, they made so many other variants of it, different types of guns, but this was just one of the ones that just ended up becoming popular. The Chinese got it, and they're just like, you know what, I want to make one too. If you want to, if you want to put this gun up after you're done looking at it, if you ever get one, which you probably will be able to. It's not totally the end of the world hard, but it's not, gun's a gun. Now, I struggled on this a little bit. Don't break your gun, but you have to hold it right here, and you have to make sure you do it right. Let me see. This is always a struggle for me. Hold on a second. Let me see. You have to get it. Yeah, I'm just gonna say right now, I'm struggling with this. I didn't have, oh, there we go. Okay. Don't break your gun, but once you get that off, all you gotta do, let me move my hand, just slap that back on there, and your bayonet's up. Yeah, the Russian ones, another thing to say about it, would have a more darker finish on the wood, but this one's more lighter. That's another thing you can tell. So pretty much the color of the wood, the serial number, of course, and the bayonet, how it's made, is pretty much the only differences about this gun. But yeah, it's a pretty cool gun. You know, now this account, I will say, you might get confused, like, are you going to review Russian stuff? Are you reviewing World War II, World War I, guns? What is this? Basically what I'm trying to do here is I'm not the richest man ever. I can't like get totally like a bunch of expensive things, but sometimes I might get something here and there, and it might vary from country to country. I'll usually try to stay more on the vintage side and not go into the Cold War unless it's something like really expensive from the Cold War, like a Marshall like uniform or something. Like if I were to get one of those, then yeah, I would do that. A review on that, obviously. But yeah, I mean it's pretty much all I can really say about this thing. Of course, it's on safety still, but there's not really much else I can say about this. Yeah, I will say that it's a really top heavy here because a lot of the metals here, it's like 2 pounds here and then like, you know, like 6 right here. So a little bit, so you got to make sure you got a good grip on it when you're using it. But yeah, and then of course you can, you know, change your sights if you want on this. As you can see, you can do that. You can change the sights, and but yeah, that's pretty much all I got for this video. So see you in the next one.